Welcome to my Down to Hell Nintendo Switch review. Let's get right into this and find out if this is worth your hard-earned cash. I also have 2 copies of this game to give away, and we'll give these away on the 23rd of December when it releases. All you have to do to stand a chance is let me know in the comment section down below your favourite indie game that you've played this year and why. A couple of sentences is all I need, and I'll pick a couple at random. Let's start with a story here then. You're a knight that has descended into the depths of hell, and of course the reason for this is because you're so powerful against mortals that you had to test yourself. The funny part to this is as soon as you descend into hell, you're almost instantly killed, and you've got to be saved by a girl who is then kidnapped by one of these monstrosities. Instead of being thankful though, he decides he may as well save the girl, not because she saved him, but because he has something to prove. Honestly, the character is as unlikable as they come, and the story seems like it was written late at night at the pub when you've had a few too many beverages. The way the story is narrated is truly one of the worst I've heard in a long time. Take a listen for yourself here.
Another abomination appeared out of the mist. And then, his savior needed to be saved.
It would have been better had they not voiced this at all. It's all good though. Surely the gameplay is what's going to save this game. It's an action RPG which is going to spring to life through its gameplay. I mean, there's platforming, combat and nightmare bosses to take on which are there to test you to the limit. Sadly, I'm afraid to say this is one of the worst games I've played in a very long time. Everything is executed poorly, and if you've played Salt and Sanctuary, Valfaris or Slain, then they all do what this is trying to do, but so much better. Killing monsters here is as easy as spamming the Y button over and over again, or you could go for X, which is a slower, more powerful attack, and then use R to finish off the foe. Trouble is, if you've spammed the button so quickly, you've already killed or executed the foe before getting the chance to get that finishing move. If you do execute it, it's so meek that it's hardly even worth it. There are some wave sections in the levels and even a little exploration. You can even level up by finding chests, but the game is so unbalanced that none of it really matters too much. Getting the uppercut, for example, is cool to use, but it's so overpowered that you can kill most monsters in almost one hit. The challenge really, and the most fun that you're going to have, is with the bosses, and even then it's a matter of jumping and dashing above the boss from side to side and hitting them a couple of times. Not much fun then, truth be told. There is a dodge, and this can be used to reach higher ledges by pressing B to jump and then ZR to dash in the direction that you want. It's only useful though against the bosses, which are mostly all the same with slightly different attack patterns. You can also cast spells, but that's just so unsatisfying. If you wanted, you could complete this in about 2 hours, but I'm sure that most people won't even give this more than 20 minutes at the most. If you play your Nintendo Switch in handheld, or you own a Nintendo Switch Lite, then you're out of luck. You can't even see your character because the status bar covers your character almost entirely at times. Absolutely infuriating, and no excuse for that. For those of you that know me by now, I try to find positives in everything I play, but there's just no redeeming qualities in the gameplay here, and at the end of the day, that is the most important. We're here to have fun if we're spending money on a game. I'll talk about some of the redeeming features such as the music and some decent visuals in a sec, but if you're looking for a decent game to play this Christmas, this isn't going to satisfy you in the way you may think. Visuals and performance then, the backgrounds are really quite good, depicting gore and a darkness that leaves you in little doubt that you're somewhere you don't want to be. My one complaint is as you get further, the backgrounds do change, but it's only really the colours that change, so the reuse of assets here is obvious. Unity assets have been used, and it's a real low budget stuff for the animations, which don't look the best. Then there's a difference in playing in handheld and docked, which I've gone into a little bit already. The camera likes to pan in and out a lot, but in handheld your character is often covered by that health bar, mana bar and that stamina bar. And honestly, when you're looking to play your Switch in handheld for most of the time, this is a real deal breaker in itself. If we take a look at the audio, well, it's kind of my jam. I like the heavy metal rock music. used, especially in the boss battles, and I think it fits well. Unfortunately, this is pretty much the highlight of the package. In terms of value, well, Down to Hell is £8.99, $9.99 and $9.99 in euros. And the thumbnail here, well, it's something that would make me take a look. Even the trailer caught my eye, but honestly, if you're desperate to try this, then wait until it hits the bargain basement, which it undoubtedly will in no time at all. It's just not worth it at this price for the quality on show here. My verdict then, well, we've been very lucky on the Nintendo Switch to have so many indies hit the console that are of a fantastic standard. I don't like coming down too harshly on indie developers because it's not easy to develop a game when you have such small budgets. There's a pretty decent concept here, but it needs so much work to make it into anything resembling a decent game, and that's always unfortunate. But there's no room in the Switch library for games as poor as this, so I only hope that the development team can take some learning from this and maybe make a second game and improve it. From me then, a 2.5 out of 10. If you want to try this game out for yourself, I would like to know the best indie that you've played this year and why. I'll pick 2 winners and then you can let me know if you agree with my review or not. If you are here and you're new, then consider subscribing for reviews, feature videos, bargain videos released every Sunday, and new physical released games every Monday. We've also released a mega video showcasing 160 new games on the Nintendo Switch in 2020. So why not check that out? The video's coming up now, and we'll see you over there. Have a great Christmas, everyone. My name is Juan Romero, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.